Hello and welcome. It is this is actually Friday morning. I am recording this. I'm gonna upload this literally later today. So we're doing it live. It's like 10 a.m. or something right now. I just woke up a little bit ago. I got a puppy right here who's trying to. Can you see Ricky? Oh, you can't see Ricky. Hi, Bubba. There he is. I got my tea here. I got my puppy here. Haven't even eaten breakfast. I was like, I recorded one video last night, and by the time that was finally done and whatever, I was like, I am too tired. So I just watched the movie and went to bed. I was like, I'll get up in the morning and film the next video. So here we are. It's now the morning. It's now Friday morning. So we're gonna get this video recorded and uploaded same day. Yeah. You're a wonderful little boy. Isn't he just the freaking cutest, dudes? Hi, Bubba. Hi. Thumbnail. For real, though. Probably. By the time you watch this, you'll know if the thumbnail was taken from that screenshot or not. Or whatever. Hi. Hello. Welcome. I actually was wearing a hat up until I started recording this video. So if it looks like I have hat hair or bed hair, yes, the answer is both. Okay, great. Hello, how was your week? I hope you had a good week. Thanks for watching this video. Making progress on the goals of uploading a vlog on Fridays. Hopefully this one actually gets posted, but we're much better. Last week I recorded it on Saturday and uploaded on Sunday. So we definitely didn't hit that goal. But what's more important than hitting your goals is making progress on the systems and habits that will help you achieve your goals consistently in the future. Okay, cool. Enough enough of that right now. Hi, thank you for watching this. So last week, I guess let's do an update from last week. That's actually a good place to start. Last week, so we've got two tiers of content right now. We've got like the free vlog that goes up pretty much everywhere, and we got like the paid content vlog. And what I just recorded last night is actually we went through and previewed 5 or 6 song ideas that I've written in the last week. Really, it was literally all those song ideas were from yesterday. My brain has been very creative recently, which is super exciting. So if you'd like to check out those song previews, and we talked about some other, I like to talk about the deeper mantra, like deeper philosophical, personal, emotional. You get to know a personal side of me. So if you're interested in that, you can pursue one of the various ways to support and get access to that exclusive content. So in case you aren't aware, I don't know why, I guess I'm reiterating this just because it's still new and an update we're going to make changes from last week. So the free content will be going up on like YouTube, just like a normal YouTube vlog. On Twitch, actually, it's just a normal Twitch upload video, which is, I think, rare, unusual. I uploaded a full, almost an hour-long vlog, I think, to Instagram last week, and how many, can I see how many views that got? I really don't think that was worthwhile. I do think maybe posting a little snippet, yeah, it's not really. I think posting maybe like a 2-minute preview, like the very first 2 minutes, maybe that's good. Or like, I don't know, I think posting some type of clip from this vlog onto Instagram, I think that's worthwhile. But I don't think anyone's gonna watch, a 20-minute, 30-minute video on Instagram. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, please. But do you watch longer form content on Instagram right now? I think I've watched less than 10 that are longer than 5 minutes. Like maybe there's something super interesting and it's not available anywhere else. And so I'll like let it play, but you can't lock your phone. There's like on YouTube, like if it's on YouTube, you can like lock your phone. You can do other things with your phone, like without having to watch it. But on Instagram, you have to have it actively on your screen, open, and it limits what else you can do. But anyways, since it's available on YouTube, I feel like most people would just migrate over towards there. But having something, having some type of like, hey, this is a little preview of like what's over on YouTube, what I just posted on YouTube. I think that's a good idea. Posting the whole thing on Facebook, that's interesting. I haven't really dealt with that yet. Maybe the same thing. Maybe like whatever that 2-minute clip is. And maybe I could put that on Twitter as well, like whatever 2-minute clip. Okay. Does that mean I have to start editing? I have to start editing, guys? Maybe. Just kidding. And then, so that's all the free content. So it goes up on those various places. I was actually surprised how many people watched it on Twitch. That was actually very surprising. There's a lot of people who watched the video on Twitch. I don't know why, but thanks, dudes. So that's the free content. And then the paid content, the exclusive content would be like going on Twitch for the Twitch subs. And then I think like an unlisted YouTube link. And then I'll send that unlisted YouTube link out to patrons, Patreon, YouTube memberships, which I'll probably flip the switch on for this weekend. And I'm about to leave my YouTube network. So I'm waiting for that. I'm kind of waiting for that transition to happen first, because YouTube memberships could get caught up in the, I don't know. I just don't want to risk anything going wrong with that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it and then we'll figure it out. And then also send that to Facebook subs and is there anything else after that? I think that might be it. Anyways, I think like $5 a month to check out song ideas. I think to engage with creativity, I think that's pretty solid. But everybody's on a budget right now until those stimmy checks go out, which they just passed this week. Shout out. So, anyways, I get it. Like no pressure, no worries. Just letting you guys know the different places you can watch it, I guess, is or support the different places you can support if you want to. And also different places you can just watch the content. I guess the answer to that, though, is YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Uploading a 30-minute video to multiple places is not an easy thing to do right now. It's just not worth the effort. But it didn't even work. It didn't even post on Facebook for some reason. Okay, anyways, that's an update. Was there anything else I wanted to update you guys on? Going to my notes. No, that was it. That was it on that topic. So yeah, the update is basically YouTube and Twitch, but we'll post snippets on the other ones. But I feel pretty good about those being the two homes of our content. Those are the two places that I spend most of my time on. Streaming on Twitch and recording videos for YouTube. I think that's a pretty fair, I like that. I didn't realize that until just now. Okay, so you've probably heard in like this is really just a small update. You've probably heard in the past couple months that I was like potentially doing this like donate $1 to charity for every paying supporter that we have. Back then it was like for every patron. And we're still going to do that, but we're going to wait until like next month or maybe the next month after. I'm about to take like a songwriting production class by Ryan Tedder, one of the guys from One Republic. He's like the main songwriter from One Republic, and he's worked with a lot of different people like Beyonce, Kelly Clarkson. He's an incredible songwriter. So anyways, he's doing like a songwriting production like masterclass on monthly.com. And so I've signed up for it, and I'm going to go through that, and I think that'll help me get into the habit of actually like, I have like tons of song ideas that I record onto my phone. We go through those on Twitch, and I think I'm going to make it so that every Monday we go through song reviews and just kind of go through like the stuff that I've come up, the ideas that have come out in the last week, and then change it. Here's my general idea. Let's just talk about this real quick. So I made this like general weekly calendar. I was like, okay, how do I have all these song ideas all the time. How do I get myself onto a habit? How do I build the habit, the system of refining the song ideas, writing, fleshing it out, writing the lyrics, fleshing out the rest of the song, recording it, producing it, releasing it. There's more than just, there's more to releasing music. There's more to anything than just ideas, You got to put it into action. So my weaknesses are like sitting down at the computer and fleshing stuff out. So I have to work. That's something I have to work on. So I built out this schedule that's like Monday, Tuesdays are review songs and organize them so that you know which ones are the good ones, you don't forget about them, and you know which ones you don't need to hold on to. Mondays and Tuesdays are review days. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are writing days. Flesh the songs out, write the lyrics. Writing days. Wednesday, Thursdays are recording days. Thursday, Fridays are producing. Recording and producing is kind of a lot of overlap. Like a lot of the writing, a lot of the recording can be the producing and writing. It's all kind of... Anyways, Thursdays and Fridays are producing days. And then Fridays and Saturdays are release. So do the artwork, album artwork, send it out to the different platforms, yada yada. Make the YouTube video that it's going to be uploading on the next Monday, all that good stuff. So that's the general idea. So a review day, like if we were over on Twitch, we'd stream, at some point during Monday, aim for Mondays, to like review songs. And then I think writing I'll probably do on my own, and then recording I may do as like a subs only or patron only thing. And then producing, I don't know. I think between producing and recording, one of them is a subs only, and then one of them is a patron only thing. Or maybe not. I don't know. I can't do them both at the same time because that's illegal. Because I'm a Twitch partner, you can't co-stream to another platform. But maybe it's another public platform. Maybe I could do it if it's a private platform. I don't know. If that's the case, that'd be dope. Anyways, that's a general weekly schedule. Basically, before I do the big push to get get new people as patrons, Twitch subs, YouTube memberships, Facebook subs. Before we make that big push, I want to be already releasing content regularly. I want it to be worth people's time and money if they're going to actually support. So I need to get my stuff together before people be investing their time and money. Okay. So we're still going to do that because I think it'd be a really cool push to try and get people to join, and it's a good charity movement, charity campaign. So I'm fully down for it, but let's just give it a little bit more time. Let's give it another month or two, and then we'll make the big push, and it'll be good times. So that's a quick update. That was a way longer-winded update than you needed, but hopefully there's some good, helpful information in there. Dope. Okay, so the topic for this week. Well, first of all, right before I get into that, again, if you want to check out song ideas from this week, go check out the paid supporter content by joining the patreon.com/tjsmith. You can be a Twitch sub. Well, actually, yeah, you could probably join after. Like if I've already uploaded it and posted it, I don't know if you have access to it afterwards. I assume you do. It'd be dumb if you didn't. But anyways, that's there. Or join YouTube member or whatever. Probably Patreon is the best way. Patreon is, you get access at a lower price point. You get access to more benefits. Like Patreon Lens is this exclusive like daily stories thing that I post only to there, which is pictures of Lucy and Ricky, song stuff, thirst trap sometimes if that's your thing. It just has a lot more benefits. So, and also it's a better split for the artist than the other platforms. So if that's something you keep in mind too, and it's a better price point for you guys. That's like, anyways, cool. Exclusive content. Check that out if you're so interested. Okay. So this video, I'd love to talk to you guys a little bit about this thing called NFTs. It's a big hype thing right now amongst, I guess, artists, like visual artists, digital artists, musicians, crypto people, and it's causing a lot of discussion, both because people hear about it but don't know what it is, and people are seeing headlines about it that are not exactly accurate or truthful. So I'm not gonna get, I will briefly be the most drama right now today. I'm recording this on March 12th, 2021. The most drama right now, I'm going to briefly cover this, and then I'm going to get into like the actual meat of this topic, which is, to me, is what are NFTs? Because that's what's really interesting to me, and that's I've been obsessed with this for like this last week. But real briefly, because this is the hot topic, or the hot drama part, people are concerned about how much, basically, I think what they're really concerned about is the carbon impact or the carbon footprint that NFTs have. If you don't know what NFTs are, just wait for a second, we'll get to it. And there's been some very how do I want to put this neutrally? This is hard. I'm just going to say dramatic headlines and articles about the carbon footprint of NFTs. Okay, NFTs. They're a subset of the Ethereum network, which is a subset of cryptocurrency as a whole, which is a subset of electricity using devices, including, lights in your own home, your fridge, like anything and everything that uses electricity. If you look at the data, and there's always, the reason that they're concerned is because I think of this mental juxtaposition of art costing millions of dollars, or people paying millions of dollars for digital art, and it using electricity. And then therefore the connection between using electricity and carbon, like wasting energy and carbon dioxide impact, global warming, climate change. And there is an actual connection between all of that, 100%. But it's like being upset about, real briefly, it's like being upset about table salt being spilled when there is a factory that throws food out every single day for hundreds of years. Now, absolutely, should we reduce, or another analogy that I saw today was, it's like being upset about an ant running across your toe when the house is on fire. Yes. Do we want less waste? Yes. Cryptocurrency already runs, like, basically 75% of cryptos are run on renewable energy. And for the Ethereum network specifically, they're in the process of actively transitioning to a much less wasteful form called Ethereum 2.0. There's debate about that, and that's a whole nother topic. But it's like, agreed that there is energy waste, agreed that there needs to be solutions. There are solutions, actively embracing solutions, actively working on solutions. And there's a solution. The community itself embraces the solutions. There's a very big solution that's coming up very soon, probably within the next year. So yes, it's all agreed. But again, if you put it in the context, if you look at the data, Ethereum uses 0.02% of the world's energy. Not 2%, 0.02%. That's the Ethereum chain. And NFTs are a subset of that. So it's, it's like, there's a lot of negative attention towards NFTs right now, like literally right now. And who knows, in a month now, maybe no one cares. I don't know. But it's like, to me, it is fascinating that people are so negative and upset about it, when in fact, compared to like the airline industry, the meat industry, the automobile, transportation, all of transportation across the entire globe, anything else that causes a significant portion of energy waste and or carbon impact, it's so like, so much time and energy is being focused on NFTs right now. that is immensely disproportionate to their actual impact on energy waste and climate change. And that's not an opinion, that is facts. That is, if you look at the data, 0.02% of the world's global energy. Okay. I mean, and it's a subset of that 0.02%. Okay. Now, so if you have a negative view of NFTs because of that, I will put, because of this stuff that you've been seeing or hearing, I will put a link to some, I'll try and put some links in the description to some great resources that look at the data about this stuff, to hopefully just give you some more clear elucidation of what's actually going on, rather than emotional outrage generated by headlines. Okay, great. And again, not that there isn't, there is an issue with energy waste. I agree with the position. It's just when you look at it and there is solutions, and they are being embraced. It's like, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yes, it's being worked on. But when you put it in the context of the bigger picture, it's, okay. I think I'm not disagreeing. I just want to make that clear. I disagree with the level and intensity of the criticism, not the actual criticism itself. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't make your bed versus, I don't know, you don't feed the dog for a week and it dies. Those are two extremely different situations. One of them deserves a lot of outrage. Okay, great. Looking at the notes. Okay, so let's talk about just what NFTs are. Now, I feel like I wanted to address the drama first before we get into like the actual thing. I probably lost some viewers along the way, but that's all right. I'm trying. Anyways, okay, that's okay if that happens. So I've been really excited about what NFTs are. I've kind of heard about it for months, but I didn't really look into it too much until the last couple of weeks. And starting on Sunday night, I just got super excited about it. So what an NFT is, let me start more general right now. No, you know what? Let's start in between. Rather than more general and super specific, let's start right in the middle. To me, why I'm so excited about NFTs is it's basically, it is a format that is based, it is in general terms. It's hard for me to do this on the fly, but we got this. It is a format that you can see the ownership history of. You can, it is a proof of authenticity. It is a proof of ownership. It is a proof of certification. It is a log history built on the blockchain. And it's super creative with what you can do with it. Imagine that there is a rare item, whether it's a Mona Lisa painting, the Mona Lisa painting, or it's a one-of-a-kind, I don't even know, a one-of-a-kind guitar. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. This person, someone tells you that this thing is the real deal. Now, if it's a physical item, you don't necessarily know. They tell you it's the only one in the world ever made, or that so-and-so used to own it, or that it's, it's a holographic Charizard. That's also one of my favorite metaphors to use. And they tell you that. Now, you can take them at their word, or maybe they've got a certificate of authenticity, but then you have to know who the certification authority is, and you have to believe that that certificate is real. What an NFT does is it removes the need to take someone at their word or whatever. So imagine if instead of imagine if the Pokemon company made 100 holographic Charizard NFTs. So it's, you can look at this digital item and you can see who originally created it, and you see the Pokemon company. You click on that link and it takes you to their actual, you can see that it is the actual, there is no ambiguity. It is proof that the Pokemon company actually made, this is a real holographic Charizard. And you can see how many of this card or this item, these NFTs, how many were ever made. So 1 of 100, 1 of 1, 1 of 1,000. You can see literally how rare it is. You don't have to take someone's word. So you can see that it's actually created by who they say it was. You can see how rare it is. You can see who all ever owned it. You know, they say Bill Gates used to own this Charizard. Well, that will add value to that actual card, right? So you can actually look at the ownership history of this digital card. It's built into the blockchain. That's a more technical thing. We can go down that route some other day, but basically you can see who all ever owned it or who all even ever bid on it. They exchange NFTs on Marketplace. And it's fascinating. Like you can see oh, yep, there it is, Bill Gates. And you click on his profile. It's the actual Bill Gates, yada, yada. There's a whole thing about, you know, how do you verify that it's actually the Bill Gates if it's not on his, you know, Twitter profile or something. That's a whole nother issue. So it adds value to that card to be able to see who all owned it previously, how rare it is, the proof of authenticity, the proof of certification, etc. So that is all super fascinating to me. And then there's additional dimensions. You can put NFTs within NFTs. You can make NFTs correlate to real world items. You can make an NFT that is anything you want, basically. Concert tickets are probably moving towards the way of NFTs because it takes out scalpers. So right now, bots buy tons of scalpers and they upsell them. Well, if you can make it so that when someone's buying a ticket, they can see that it's been upsold 100% or whatever, you can choose whether or not to engage with that. When someone shows up to the venue, they have to show proof that they bought the ticket from the venue. So they show it on their phone, the scans correlates. It's a proof. Briefly, it is to summarize quickly, you can make it so that like it is a token of authenticity. You can see who actually owns it, right? So by displaying, let's say, a QR code on your phone for your digital ticket that you bought to support, right now Kings of Leon is well, actually Kings of Leon is moving towards that way in a different way, but they're also doing the tickets thing. You show up to the venue, they scan your thing that shows that you are the ownership because it's connected to your identity, and it shows that it was bought directly from the venue or the band or whatever. It shows that it's authentic, and you get to go in and watch the concert. It is a proof of ownership, proof of authenticity, etc. It shows that you actually own the thing that you say you do, and you know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm super excited about that. It can, you could put an NFT inside of an NFT. So someone buy, I put out an NFT, and I think you can do them for flat fee, or you can do them for auction as well. I'm not totally 100% sure about the flat fee one, but it's like, or flat price, fixed price. So you could do like a 48-hour. Let's assume that that's correct. I'm still new to this. Let's say you do a 48-hour drop at like $10 a pop. And so it's like, selling skins on Fortnite. It's available for 48 hours at this fixed price and never be sold ever again. So if you get it during this 48-hour, you will have a limited edition of however many are sold or bought. And that's super fascinating to me. That is a unique item that will never, ever be created ever again. So let's say after I release a song, and I release it as an NFT for 48 hours over the weekend. Anyone who wants it can get it for $5. Maybe it's the music video. Maybe there's got to be something more interesting to it. And then you own it forever. And you can sell it if you want to. Let's say end up becoming my career continues, accelerating or whatever. These things become more valuable. You can sell them at a profit for yourself later on. And here's another great thing about NFTs. They can have a smart contract with them so that the original creator, artist, receives a portion, royalties, of all the future resales. So like 10 to 15%. So every time an NFT is resold, it can generate a passive income for artists, which is so exciting. As someone who has released my art, my creations for free for over a decade, in the hopes that someone will give me donations, to actually be directly compensated for my art and then also generate a passive income every time it's directly sold again, that is insanely exciting. It feels like, you know, like for music and YouTube videos and streams, you do those for free in the hopes that people, out of the generosity of their hearts, will, you know, will join your Patreon, will donate to you on streams, will become a paying member, usually for minimal incentive, you know? So the idea that like I could release, obviously I still want to release my content for free on these other platforms, on Spotify, on YouTube, like putting up like a lyric track on YouTube, you know, putting the song on Spotify, iTunes, yada, yada, for listening and just passive free enjoyment. But the idea that I could release, you know, one music video as an NFT, and you would be the only owner in the world of this music video, and people can bid on it, like auction style. And then I receive direct compensation for the time and energy and money that I've invested in creating art based on what is the value of the art to the consumer. That is so exciting. And then that person can, you know, if they want to, they can resell it if they so desire. It's very exciting to be an artist and to, after 10 years, have released everything for free to now actually be compensated. But there's also creativity opportunities built within it. So you could release an NFT. Let's say I release that music video, but let's say I release a music video bundle NFT. So actually, when you buy this NFT, you get multiple NFTs. I'm going to sell it as one NFT, but then within it are multiple NFTs inside of this one thing. So you get the music video NFT, you get a song NFT, you know, an MP3 file, higher quality than what you'd be able to experience on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, highest quality possible. You get, you know, a photo of the handwritten lyrics, me writing these, maybe a photo of the original copy of the lyrics, you know, whatever. I generally don't write my lyrics on paper. I write it on like digital right now. Notepad.txt. You get, maybe that I also do like a one of a kind audio recording of me just talking about, or video of me just talking about the story behind the song, the meaning of the lyrics. How did I, you know, what does it mean to me? What was the experience like writing and recording? Did I write it with somebody else, co-write? What was the recording experience like, you know? Or I just talk about the story behind the song. I guess like a director's commentary, but it's, you know, songwriter's commentary or something like that. And that thing doesn't, you know, that thing is not uploaded anywhere. You know, that's the only place you get that, you know? So then you get 4 or 5 NFTs, and you can, if you want to, you can resell those, you know, or you can just value them. That's super exciting to me. It's like a Russian doll's nesting system for NFTs. You can do other super creative things. You can do NFTs that evolve over time if you write a program for it. You can do NFTs that like someday, like someone commented this. If you have an NFT that evolves based on what other NFTs you own in the same collection, almost like a moonstone helping a Pokemon evolve, if you have them interact, you know what I mean? That's a super fascinating thing to me. Or you could do like, yeah, you know, you could also do it as like if you collect all 10 of a series, you know, each one is a limited series. So like each one is one of 100, and there's 10 of these. And if you get all 10, do they interact like Power Rangers or Voltron forming together to make something new. You know, I don't know. But there's these opportunities for creativity and innovation in this technology to have really cool experiences as a collector, as a consumer, as an artist. I'm so inspired by the limitless possibilities of this future with this technology. It's so exciting. Now, a lot of people are concerned about like, okay, so why would I ever spend money on an NFT? If they only perceive NFTs as a GIF or a GIF, I forget. People get upset if you say it one way or the other, and I forget what it is now. If people perceive an NFT as just a 2D visual thing that they could just easily save to their computer from the internet, why would they ever pay money for it? And certainly that's valid if the NFT is only that. But that just means that that particular person doesn't value ownership of a thing. Let's say, you know, just this week, no, that's probably too. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, the Nyan Cat GIF was sold by the original Nyan Cat creator. I think it was a 1 of 1, which means like only one was ever made of that thing. Sold for like a ridiculous amount of money, probably like over $1 million, something like that. But that's because that person will own the only ever copy ever created of this beloved internet meme, you know? And that has value to the person who bought it. You can buy things, you know, because you think you can sell them at a price, at a profit later on, or maybe just has meaning to you, right? There's multiple reasons why, you know, you might buy something and someone else wouldn't. There's reasons why I bought this NASA t-shirt when I was at the NASA Center in Houston. Someone else might not buy this, but I bought it because I like this. But there's a reason I bought this version and not all the other t-shirts out there, because NASA has a meaning to me, but these other designs were not attractive to me. So there's the individual appreciation of art or design or utility or whatever, and there's the, you know, more global, more objective, external value as well. So some people have no internal value, but whatever, you get the idea. I'm gonna just be repeating myself if I go down that route. But if you take an NFT, and also people are like, well, what do I do with it? Well, right now you can display it digitally, but I think eventually, already they're coming up with ways that you can display your digital art in your IRL home, whether it's like a digital screen. But I'm really excited about like holograms. Like, let's say there's a digital artist that makes a digital 3D sculpture that is moving or whatever. Holograms are becoming a thing, and you know, you could have it displayed as a hologram in your home, but also displayed online, you know? And as we get more and more into VR spaces and VR homes and VR existences, as the world becomes more and more digital, which was accelerated because of the pandemic, you can work from home, but if you put on a VR headset, you could be in an office. You could be, you know, on a home on a beautiful mountain overlooking the ocean. You can be anywhere. And if you have your digital art displayed in your digital home where you work, where you spend 8 hours a day or just a couple hours a week, whatever it is, you know, you can go visit each other's homes. There's this metaverse that is coming eventually. It's inevitable. It's already being developed. Facebook has like thousands of people developing the Facebook workspaces VR environment. So people are in these people who are paying a lot of money for digital art are investing in the future of their IRL and digital homes, specifically with art. Again, this NFT format goes beyond a 2D GIF. It goes beyond that. It is so much more than that. That's just the current way that it's most famous for. You could, you know, another example that I saw recently is if you buy something IRL, it could have a near field NFC, I forget, near field communications. near field sensor. I forget what the C is in NFC. Anyways, you get, maybe it's like a QR code. Okay, you scan the QR code, and then that gives you an NFT to represent your digital ownership of this IRL real life thing. Let's say it's a limited edition guitar. Let's say someday I partner with what's one of the big guitar companies? Fender. Let's say someday I partner with Fender. This is probably not going to happen. And we make a limited edition 1 of 500 run of acoustic guitars. And every one of those comes with an NFT. When you buy that limited edition guitar, you can receive ownership of your NFT to display it, to prove ownership, digitally. Maybe you're a part of a digital guitarist association, and you want people to know that you own one of these, or maybe you're active in some other digital group that, maybe it's like a fan club, a digital fan club of mine, and you want to show that you own one of the real world guitars. That's a way you can do that. Or maybe scanning it also gives you ownership of like additional NFTs, limited edition, recordings, live recordings of a song or something, right? So it gives you NFTs that you can then download the song from, and that's how you get those limited edition songs. There's so many possibilities of this stuff. It's so cool. The Kings of Leon band is doing, they're doing NFTs for concert tickets. I think they're selling like, and who else did this? What is the band? Is the band called Disclosure? Is that a band's name? I'm pretty sure that's a band's name. It's like Discord or Disclosure or something like that. I can't quite remember. He just sold, I think it's a he. We'll say they just in case. I don't know if it's a group or single or person or what. Just sold an NFT for lifetime front row tickets for one person plus 3 guests. So whoever owns that NFT will, at the time of every concert, whoever owns that NFT has free front row tickets. So, I mean, this person could hold, obviously you'd buy it for a lifetime, right? They have free front row tickets for them plus 3 friends forever as an NFT. That's so cool to me. All you have to do is when you show up to the venue, show proof that you own this NFT, and you're in. Like, that's so cool. That's so fascinating to me. Okay, anyways, there's massive unlimited use cases for this new technology, and it allows for so much creativity, and I'm just so excited about it. I could gift for free NFTs to people who have been with me, supporting me in my career for years, since the beginning. OG people, you know who you are. As like a badge of honor, as a thank you for being an OG fan and being with me this whole time. Just a token of appreciation. And if they want to, they can sell it. Maybe that's would add. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I give them 2 things. Maybe I give them like a digital badge. One NFT that has multiple NFTs, and one of the NFTs is just like a badge of honor. But it also, I don't know, like a limited edition recording that is available nowhere else. I don't know. These are just ideas. And then if they want to, they could sell that at a profit to potentially change their life. That's something that's really exciting to me, is if I create value as an artist, like there are people in my mind who I know who a lot of people struggle financially, even though they have so much energy and love for someone, for an artist. Like maybe you're a super hardcore One Direction fan. Or was now, because they're hiatus or whatever. So, and you spent so much time spreading the gospel of One Direction, and you love their music. You would talk about them constantly. You helped bring in new people. You discovered them early on. You stuck with them through the ups and downs. Yada yada yada. And they show their thanks by giving you, you know, a super limited edition one, just that little like badge of honor, whatever that represents. Maybe it's like a cool like 3D art piece that just says like, you know, I don't know, #1 fan or something. But they also give you a super limited recording of the band singing a cappella one of their biggest hit songs. Now that fan could potentially sell that for like, you know, $1 million on the market. And that would change that fan's life. And the band potentially helps change that fan's life, not because of the monetary value that that fan had added to the band's success, but because of the energy and love that that fan invested and represents. You know what I mean? The intangible value that that fan added to the band's career. The band says thank you with this super rare item that could, you know, potentially change that fan's life. And that's something that I think is really, really cool. So it's like one of the potential use cases is like being able to give back to supporters in a variety of ways, you know, ways that say just, you know, thank you, I see you. Here's super dope limited content just for you. And if the fan want, you know, it's giving, I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point, but so many cool opportunities and possibilities for creativity with this new technology, NFTs. It can be literally anything. And I feel like I feel like I can more fully embrace my artistic creativity. I've over the years with algorithms, I feel like I've had to really stifle myself and do what is algorithmically potentially successful. I have to, you know, if I want to succeed on YouTube, I have to make this type of video consistently. I can't make, for example, I can't make a music video and then a vlog and then gaming videos on all the same channel. I can't do happy pranks or comedy videos and music videos and gaming videos and vlogs, because the YouTube algorithm rewards channels that make the same type of content all the time. And I can't take a hiatus and then come back and have the same algorithmic ranking. I can't, you know, YouTube algorithm rewards longer content, so you can't make a short content. And also, like, I don't know, I'm getting into more specifics, but same with like Twitter algorithm, Facebook algorithm. You know, if you have to make content that it rewards content that gets engaged with. So therefore, it rewards content that is, you know, creates drama. People who cause the most replies to their content, usually, therefore, also the content that's the most, you know, combative, argumentative. There's a word that starts with a D that I can't think of it right now. Divisive, for perhaps, is the content. So the content that, you know, if you know what I mean. I'm getting on a tangent now, but it's really exciting that I could potentially. So I've started to allow myself to be more creative on YouTube and on Twitter recently. On Twitter, I've started tweeting out poems that I write. I was editor-in-chief of the poetry club in high school. I love poetry. I love all the different ways that poetry can be represented, not just, you know, iambic tetrameter, where it's like a sing-song lullaby, nursery rhyme. Those are great too, but you don't have to, like, you can, like E.E. Cummings, or like super creative, like visual representations of poetry, or poetry as an audio, where it's more like slam poetry, and it's supposed to be received as an audio experience, not a visual writing words on paper experience. Or but you can be super creative with like visual as well. You can be like really creative with like how you craft the spaces between things. Repetition, all these really cool. So anyways, I love poetry. I love how creative you can be with it. So I've started allowing myself to be more creative, or to represent, to be more, I write poems on my phone. I just never share them. So I've started allowing myself to be more open about that stuff. I used to do a ton of photography. I still take artistic photos. I just don't post them anywhere because they're not successful on Instagram, On Instagram, what works is pictures of your face and pictures of your body. And that's fun. And I like to do that, every now and then, but I wish being more creative was more successful. I have a friend who has kind of built a reputation of doing a wonderful, she does little artistic videos, and she's really good with words as well. And so she's built a community that looks forward to her art. And so I guess what I really need to do is just do it more, right? But anyways, I don't know why I brought her up. She's wonderful. So I'm really excited that I could potentially release all these other ways that I channel my creative energy and creativity and whatnot as potential things. That's really exciting to me. It's like a marketplace for creativity. And as an artist who has done their art for free for their entire life, that is incredibly exciting. That is incredibly exciting. So, that was a very, I'm very future focused, future oriented on the possibility of NFTs. I'm not so much in love. I mean, I'm not so much excited by how they currently are. And how they currently are is extremely cool digital art. 3D art, moving pictures, stuff that looks like a dream, where it's like pretty real, but not quite. And so it's like realistic surrealism. And that stuff's super cool. It's like if Dali had been a modern day artist, you know what I mean? Or, and then there's stuff that's like if Picasso were more of a modern day artist, digital artist, stuff like that. Like that stuff is very cool. And I think that's in line with people who are early adopters of like digital tech and cryptocurrency. I think that's in line with their interests. But I think as NFTs become more and more diverse and mainstream, and right now we're at the extremely early edge, cutting edge right now. But as it becomes more mainstream and as it becomes more people get into it, and it's like, cool, creative, there's some major label artists, music artists who are getting into it now. Tycho, Grimes just sold something on there. Kings of Leon. Who else? There's other folks too. I'm sure I'm not even aware of all of them, Who was the one? RAC. Who else? I think Mike Shinoda. Oh, Deadmau5. Deadmau5 just has been doing NFTs for a minute. Probably much longer than I'm aware of. Etc. Like it's as it becomes more of a thing and more mainstream and more people get into it and realize the value of it and the excitement and the creativity of it. That's what I'm really interested in. But the art is super dope that's being created and sold and whatever right now. Super dope. No, I wish I could afford some of it, but yeah, I'm more interested in investing my time, money, and energy in like creating the art. So, anyways, if you that's a very I feel like that's a very, big picture view of NFTs. It's not I didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of what they are and the different platforms. There's multiple different platforms right now. They're kind of trying to come up with a version of the Ethereum token that is more universal, that can go between all the different platforms. So the royalties are cross-platform as well. Let's see what else. I didn't talk anything about the actual tech of it, where it's like it's an Ethereum based token and there's programming that goes into it and you have to mint it and all that jazz. I didn't go into any of that, but that's more the nitty gritty. If you want to get into that, definitely look into it. I'm not an expert on that. I'm still learning very much about all this, but I'm very excited about the possibility. And I guess I wanted to do a video about why I'm excited about NFTs. That's probably going to be the title of the video. Why I'm going to jot that down in case I forget. Why I'm excited about NFTs. Because I think that really summarizes my current state on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm pumped, man. It's a marketplace for creativity. I'm really... Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. And it's literally the cutting edge. Like... NFTs have been around for a couple years now, but... Oh God, it's so cool. I'm not looking to become a millionaire. I mean, yeah, sure, everybody hopes to have a financial secure future, right? And when people hear about these art pieces or tweets being sold for millions of dollars, for example, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, co-founder of Twitter, I think, sold his first ever tweet for $2.6 million this week. And he's also giving it to charity, that money. But, when people hear about Nyan Cat or Beeple's newest piece being sold for like millions of dollars, when it's basically a 2D image, they're like, this is, absurd. And they also think, and we already talked about like the value. People pay for what they value, and there's intrinsic and extrinsic value. We're not going to go, we already talked about that. When they hear about all this massive amounts of money being thrown around, I think there's a tendency to, think that everything is going for millions of dollars. No, like there's a lot of stuff being sold for tens, hundreds, thousands of dollars, and I think that's probably much more understandable. If a 1 of 10 is bought or sold for like $100 or $500, I think we're all like, oh, that makes sense for that money, But so like that's where my mind is. Being able, just being able to sell a song, like back when a couple of years ago, many years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I was selling my music on Louder. It was a platform. It was like you could buy an album. I sold my debut album when it launched on Louder, and people were literally buying it for $100 a pop. They were buying this album I made for $100, and it really impacted me that someone thought my music was worth that much money. It in a world where you can consume music for free, someone was actively deciding. It was multiple people. And that was the most you could do. There was the most that Louder allowed an album to be bought for. It's ridiculous, but it means a lot when you go in with the expectations that like, A, you're not going to make any money from it. B, any money you do make is going to be from passive, Spotify, 3.03 cents per play, or YouTube ad revenue, which is about the same, where it takes like 1,000 plays to make $3. So the only success you can ever, the only way to make money is to have massive success. But of course, that's like so improbable. And in order to achieve that, you have to really water down your creativity to make something that's consumable by the mass market. To be completely honest, for the most part, not totally, but like for the most part, right? In a world where you don't expect to get paid, if you do make any money, it's going to be from passive generated income. And it's a rare thing. It's super, super rare. Like 1 in 1,000 people actually willingly join your Patreon or become a paying supporter. It is and was super impactful that people would directly compensate me, that much money. Is just super cool. Now imagine that those people who are willing to pay $100 could actually own a limited edition thing. So it's not just an album that anyone can buy, but it's like if you want to spend $100, you get 1 of 10 versions ever created of this album. You know what I mean? If you're willing to pay that much money to support me and own this album, you should get more value for your purchase. If you're willing to give me value and support me so that I can continue creating art, I want to give you more value for your money. You know what I mean? It's just a wonderful ecosystem of value and support. I'm just super excited about it. And I feel like there's not many people I can talk about this with right now. And I think that's part of the reason I wanted to make this video. I'm sorry it's so long. I think part of the reason I wanted to make this video is I feel like I have nobody. One, I wanted to like just educate people about NFTs because I feel like there's so much, one, misinformation, and two, a lack of information about what NFTs are, or like, and also a narrow focus on what is currently NFTs, the NFT marketplace, versus my view, what the possibility of future versions or future ideas. And I feel like I have nobody to talk about this with. I mean, even my I have very few crypto friends. I'm interested in crypto in this space, but I feel like it's so, I don't have anybody to talk about this with. So I wanted to just talk about it, even if it's just to myself in a room in front of a camera. And the few times that I've talked about it on Twitter, I get a lot of backlash about the energy thing. So that's been an issue, but we kind of talked about that already. I should make a note in the description about where we start actually talking about NFTs. Make note about time code when start talking NFTs. Okay. Cool. Oh man. Okay, I think we're pretty much wrapping up at this point. I'm so excited about the possibility of creativity and generating. I've had to take. I don't really talk about this stuff, but because I prefer to have somewhat of a private life. But as a content creator, as a creative type who makes his living, let's back up. As a creative type, I've had to do a lot of stuff that I don't really want to do in order to be able to continue creating art. Taking that side job, taking that full-time job, doing this gig, through my years. I've lived in LA for 10 years now. I've been writing music since I was 7 years old. I wrote my first song in second grade on the piano. It's super, I don't remember what it is, of course, but I do remember I wrote, and it was for a songwriting contest for like little kids, you know. But I remember I wrote it out, all the music on the music staff, the music notes, and I titled it, and my mom laminated it, and we sent it in. I think I got, like, I don't know if it was an honorable mention or I didn't win, I don't think. My mom might remember better. I should ask her someday. She might not even remember this concept or this event. But anyways, I've been writing music since 7 years old. I grew up playing piano. I played cello for 10 years. I played cello at the Olympics when I was in Salt Lake City. I played in multiple orchestras. In my high school, they didn't even have an orchestra, so I started my own chamber quintet that met before school at like 7 a.m. to practice music, and we would perform at events and stuff. I started writing electronic music in high school. I bought, what was that program? I forget. I think it was Musix with an X. That's not right. It was a British program. All I remember is it was a British, you know, digital audio workshop thing. DAW. I had a moniker called Glory in the Shadows, where I would put up music on MySpace and Pure Volume. I picked up guitar in high school. I was in a band in college. We toured regionally, wrote songs with them. Eventually left the band because they weren't career committed for music, and I was very much so. So I started, you know, writing and posting songs on YouTube. So it's been a long journey with me in music and art and photography as well. Poetry as well. And so finally, to finally not have to do other things, potentially to have a financially secure, stable future, and just be able to make creative works of all different mediums and sell them on a marketplace and receive passive income when they're resold, and to create really unique and creative ways to use this NFT format, whether it's, you know, directly gifting things to fans and viewers and supporters, to create experiences, evolving NFTs, to be creative both, you know, objectively, externally, create a song, create a music video, and post that on YouTube and post that on Spotify, but also post it on the NFT marketplace where people can buy limited editions of it. But then also craft creative experiences for people who decide to buy these NFTs. You know, it's just a world of possibility. It just warms my heart. To be able to pursue this stuff. So I'm stoked. Cool. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Dope. Yeah, I guess like one final clarification. There's a lot of potential for financial success. And that is attractive to me as someone who has not had financial stability let's say 90 to 95% of my adult life. There's been small moments where I do. But I'd say probably 90% of my adult life I've not had financial security. So that possibility is very attractive. But that's not the only thing. I'm also just excited about the crafting, being able to be creative, and two, crafting. So being creative is rewarding for me. So being creative, creating art, that's super exciting for me. And then the third thing is crafting experiences for you guys, crafting experiences for the viewer, for the recipient. You know, it's like, it's the difference between I make a song, but how does the song or music video or whatever, how does it impact you? What's the experience on the receiving end? You know, like walking through a haunted house. You know, it's the experience. It's the, you know, that's a much more intangible kind of thing. When you watch a movie, what's the experience for you? When you look at a painting that moves you, what's that experience? You know? That's something that's really important to me too. And I think you can see that in the songs from my first album. I think you can, I hope that you can experience that. Because that was really part of, you know, some of the songs are, for me, some of the songs are crafted to be pop and accessible, where you might find love. That's meant to be the poppiest thing, you know, on the whole album. Then some of them are meant to be, some of the tracks are meant to be cathartic for me, releasing tension and stress and frustration and whatever else through art form on those tracks. Like one of those examples would be the track that's titled Your Song on the debut album. And then some of them are supposed to be cathartic for you guys, cathartic for the listener. Like Home. I think that's the final track on the album. That one's meant to be cathartic for the listener. And then some of them are just meant to be creative and artistic in and of itself. And that's like the instrumental track, where there's no vocals, there's no lyrics. That to me is just really fun, to just write music, you know, without lyrics. I would love to do more of that too. Probably will someday. Anyways, I want to make sure to emphasize that while it is very attractive to potentially be able to have a stable financial future through just creating art via NFTs, it's not the most important one. I'd say they're roughly about even. Between those three things, I'd say it's roughly about even. Financial stability, which then in itself allows me to create more, you know? Yeah. And then be able to create more allows me to create more interesting experiences for the recipients. Dope. Yeah. Dope. Okay, this video is so long. I'm gonna continue setting new records on this stuff. Okay, if you watched all the way to the end, you should receive. I would give you an NFT. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, comment something that has to do with, I don't want to make it too obvious. Comment something about the color blue. Maybe you talk about the background lights. Maybe you talk about, I don't know, just something, just use the word blue. So if you actually make it to the end of it, I'm just curious. This is not, I'm truly, like people do sometimes, including me, try to get comments because it helps with engagement in order to help get the algorithm and stuff. This is truly not, and I'm just curious about who actually watched the end of this video. So, cool. Okay. I gotta go. It is Friday. We actually recorded this video, and I am going to go eat breakfast and walk the dogs and stuff while this uploads, because it's going to take a hot second. This is an hour of footage. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Okay. Much love. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching this video. I'm anticipating that the comments are going to be kind of fiery with people talking about NFTs, and I'm anticipating that's going to be fiery about NFT energy stuff. So don't pour any oil or gas on the comments. Let's just engage. I mean, because again, like, I agree with the concern that there is wasted energy on something that doesn't need to be wasting energy. So let's just continue making improvements on it, and all that stuff. But let's just, if you choose to engage, just engage calmly with data, and continue making improvements on the world as we can. And I hope that this helps give some more enlightenment into what NFTs are, and hopefully maybe even gave you some ideas about the possibility of their future. And I'm also anticipating, one last thought, I'm anticipating that this is a huge bubble right now. It's going to crash. And then eventually there'll be another rise in a couple years where NFTs become more of their long-term usage cases. You know, spending $1 million on a tweet probably doesn't seem sustainable. You know what I mean? But spending $100 on an album, and then, you know, a year or two down the line, reselling that album for $1,000 for somebody, you know, because that artist has increased in awareness or success or whatever, and other people want to buy that album from you who bought it for $100 because it's one of 10 ever created, and therefore you make a significant profit, and part of the profit goes to the artist. I think that's a viable future, you know? I think that's a viable, sustainable thing. Selling, you know, recording an acoustic version of a song, an acoustic B-side of a song, and being able to sell it on the marketplace starting at $10. People bid $20 for this, you know, $50. That's a sustainable future for everybody involved, I think. You know what I mean? They're collector's editions. And I think that's sustainable. I don't know why I brought that up, but cool. Oh, just that I think it's a bubble. I think it's a bubble right now. Like, I don't think I'm delusional about this. And I do think there'll be like a little bit of I think there'll be either a crash or a taper off of interest, or you know what I mean? So, okay. Ricky. Hi, Bubba. Again, if you want to check out songwriting ideas that I've been writing and recording and sharing, check out the paid content stuff over on Patreon, as a YouTube member, as a Twitch sub, as a Facebook sub, whatever platform is good for you. I recommend Patreon. It's the best cut for me as an artist, but I'm trying to reach you guys wherever you're comfortable. And there's a lot more benefits on Patreon, and it's a lower price point and all that jazz. So, all right, Bubba, I love you so much. You are so adorable. Oh God, I should make an NFT of Ricky, so you guys can just understand. You can see him like in real life in VR or something like that. You know, just how adorable he is. And you, Lucy, too. God, this face, man. When he looks in your eyes with this pure kindness and love, you are the best. And you are the best too. Talking to Lucy. She's down there. I don't know if you can see her. You can't see her. Okay. Much love. Stay safe. Stay classy. Take care of yourselves out there. Get sunshine and exercise and good sleep. And enough water. And thank Thanks for watching this video. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Lucy says hi as well. Hi, baby. Have a good day. This is a good. Is this a good thumbnail? Hi. Bless you. Bless you. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.